these people, they've been meeting regularly together about events coming to the city, how they're going to sell tickets to city events. And they invited me as a sales speaker. And these are people that I wanted to impress. And I knocked it out of the park. I killed it. I rocked it.
Good on you,
The
man.
feedback
Good on
I've
you.
gotten, everyone wanted to reach out to me, and they want a lot more of me coming. They would love for me to speak to them weekly if I would. Okay, but it was my first chance, and praise God, I've been in the situations before where I wanted to rise to the occasion, and I did. So that was one of those events for me yesterday. So I'm still high off of that.
Oh, bet. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Good for you.
Brian, what was your topic again?
Tonight, overcoming the fear of selling forever, because there's different degrees of fear. Some people have a little, some people have a lot, and different types of fears of selling. So we're gonna cover that tonight.
I remember seeing a picture of, and this was when cold calling, and I remember seeing a picture of a guy holding a phone out this far from his head, and there's hands grabbing at his neck from the receiver, right? And it's good. This can't happen to you. Stop it. Quit being so afraid.
Exactly. And that was when we used the phone. We don't even use the phone like that anymore. Not without lots of initial stuff. We warm them up a lot before we call today.
Jeffrey, congratulations, my man. You are
Thank
doing
you,
a
sir.
huge job with your 15 minutes of fame.
I like to see where it goes. We'll see.
No, I was talking to
Oh,
Yeah,
Jeff
we're
Veal.
trying our
Yes.
best. We're trying our best. That's all we can do.
And you're ripping out 2 or 3 a day.
Mary, Jeff's got an offer that you may want to take part in, and that's he'll give you 15 minutes of fame where they interview you and you get to talk about your business at no cost. So it may just help you for, helping your business get going.
Yeah, I did that already a couple times.
All right. You've been with Jeff already?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
I haven't done it yet, but I need to.
You do.
Oh, it is fun.
You do.
It is what?
Nice to see you. Hello, Alan.
I think you're the only one in here that hasn't. I think everybody else has done it. I know Olga Geidane's done it.
Hi, Janet. Nice to see you. Janet, have you been on Jeff's 15 minutes of fame?
No, not yet.
Oh, you should.
Happy anniversary to you and Santa Claus.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
And good morning, Janet. How you doing?
Good morning, Brian. Doing well, thank you.
I've been nice to see your face pop through some of my stuff lately.
Popping up all over the place.
Yep.
Well, speak of the devil, here comes Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane.
Now, I noticed in your wedding picture, he wasn't dressed like Santa Claus.
No, I don't even think Santa was born at that
It was
time.
long before Santa even became an inkling or an idea.
A twinkle.
And you have to know at weddings, the man doesn't have a choice. He wears what the wife says you're going to wear.
Yeah. Did you notice the one picture where she was dragging me back down the aisle?
Yeah.
She was holding the wedding certificate. She was pulling me out. We've got this done. You can't back out now.
A week before the wedding, I changed my outfit to a full wedding dress, and he had to go out and scramble for a tux.
Oh, what a story that is! I'd love to tell you all that story.
That's another Zoom.
It's literally it's a story of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Fun times.
Okay.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
Oops, daisy. Anyway, congratulations, Janet and Santa. I think it's
Thank you.
Special to have anniversaries.
Thank you.
Very special. So just waiting.
I am blessed. I must say that I am very blessed.
You are. You are blessed. I can hear some noise.
Yeah, what is
Yeah, it
that?
sounds like a police radio. 1 item 12, 1 item 12.
Oh my God.
I take you back,
Car
Pat?
54, where are you? Right?
Car 50, yeah, car 54, where are you?
Oh, I can't. My stick.
You all
Yeah,
hear
1 item
police
12. See the
scanners.
woman.
I hear the military radio.
Ah.
Well, I'm just waiting for Olga. She's on the way, okay? Then we'll get started.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyone got a funny story they want to share while we're waiting for that? I would love to have someone make me smile or give me a bit of a grin.
I got one.
Go, Mary,
So,
go.
some of you, I don't know if you all know, I do have 2 autistic children. And so my daughter, she is having some issues in school. And so she comes to me, not as a mom, she comes to me as a soldier. And she goes, Mom, you were in the Army, right? And I go, yes. Why? And what is this going to entail? Because normally she won't ask me a question she don't know the answer to, and it's going to end up into something. She goes, your job as a soldier is to protect the Constitution, right? Okay, she's 9 years old. And I go, yes. Why? She goes, I'm covered under the Constitution, right? And I go, well, sort of. It protects you more when you're 18. Why? And she goes, well, the Constitution is designed to make me feel safe, right? And I go, yes. So that means as a soldier, your job is to make sure I don't have to go to school since I don't feel safe in school.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh.
I go, well, sort of. I go, it protects you when you're adult. She goes, Mom, I'm a woman now. Yesterday was my childhood, so that means the Constitution now protects me.
How old is she?
9.
9.
What a sales presentation. She did a whole presentation. She pre-qualified you. She secured the time. She overcame some objections before you came.
I got a future lawyer.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Apparently, that's awesome.
I got a future defense attorney.
Nice to see you, Glenda. Nice to see you. And I left a message on the YouTube video of you and Jeff. I wish it was more than 16 minutes. You should have gone for 60.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure doing it.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
And you just scratched the edges. Okay. Anyway, well done. Well done. I really enjoyed that. Okay, well, look, while we're waiting for Olga to go, I think in the interest of time, we'll get going.
Pat Kern has just joined.
Yes, he did. I saw that.
Well, he has, but he's gone again. I don't know where he's gone. I see a boat. Here he comes.
There he comes.
No, I'm not.
I have no
Hello,
idea.
Patrick.
Patrick, where are you?
Okay. Hold on.
Bellingham.
Is he? Oh,
There he
Oh, you're home.
Stop. Good morning, morning, morning.
There he is.
are you in Bellingham, Pat?
Yes, I'm in Bellingham until Sunday at 3 o'clock. I'm leaving on a jet plane going to Tucson, Arizona. Then I'm going to ride on down through Mexico and Central America.
Wow.
Wow.
You're a brave man.
Very brave.
For a crazy one of the two.
Right.
We already know that.
Okay.
That all them illegals are gonna be looking at you going the wrong way.
I know I'm going to go down and turn my citizenship in and get a Mexican citizenship and come back and get the free money.
There you go.
Why not?
I think I'll
They
go
give you a
that
house
way.
too.
Hello, Olga. Nice to see you.
Hello, Olga.
Hi, Olga.
Okay,
Hi,
let's get the show going, okay? Here we go, here we go. Thank you very much for joining me today. Welcome to episode number 100 and 58, if I got that correct, of our Your Next Level Mastermind. John's shaking his head, so I must have got it right. Thank you very much, John. And our topic for today is, are our fears more imaginary than real? Are our fears more imaginary than real? Before we do that, I'd like to remind people who are watching this show to make sure whatever you do, you reach out to every single one. Pat Dwyer, Mary Stanley, Glenda Kroll, Pat Kern before he leaves Bellingham, right? Olga, Janet and Santa. By all means, reach out to Santa, but not just because he's Santa Claus, because he got a few other things in mind. Brian McNeil, John Allen, okay? And Alan Edwards. Reach out to these people. They have a link in the description underneath this video on YouTube, okay? Reach out and just book a time to talk with them. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's a free opportunity. There's nothing hidden at all. There's no agenda behind it. They are simply making their time available to listen to you, to get to know you, and to also maybe open some doors for you that you didn't even know existed. These people are very good at what they do. They are very good at what they do. And you may definitely need their help. But even if you don't need their help, they are there to still help you and perhaps steer you in the right direction. So anybody who's watching this particular replay, please, please do not miss this opportunity. Reach out, book a time to talk with them. Don't reach out and go to their website. Reach out and book a time. And so for each of the people here, could I please ask you all to make sure in the chat you put your contact details in terms of people booking a time to talk with you. That is so critical, all right? Because it's a beautiful opportunity. I mean, you've got 12 people here who you can reach out to and have a really good conversation with. And they're from all different parts of the world, from all different parts of industry, and they have contacts that you will never get access to unless you talk to them. And they have opportunities that you'll never know unless you talk to them. And they have solutions for you that you never know unless you talk to them. So please, please do not miss this wonderful opportunity to reach out to some very fine and very clever and extremely professional operators. All right, without any further ado now, what I'm going to get them to do is to introduce themselves to you very briefly so you get a bit of a flavor of what they do, but do not let that impact on any way. Every one of these people specialize, but they also have contacts and they also can steer you in the right direction, and they also have a lot of expertise. All right. And by the way, one last thing, never, ever prejudge anybody. I made that mistake just recently. Okay. Do not do that. Don't prejudge people. When you are reaching out to these people, reach out to them with a completely open mind, with the objective being, let's get to meet somebody new. That's all I want you to do. And you could be very surprised with the outcome you get. And if you're with someone like Pat Kern, who wants to take you on a tugboat, then I hope you can swim. All right. Apart from that, good luck. All right. John, you were first cab off the rank. So we'll start with you, followed by Pat Dwyer.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you are in this big, beautiful world. I'm John the Allen Small Business Coaching. I help coaches solve three of their biggest problems: how to get through your prospect's really real problem and have them own it, how to stop the chasing game forever, and how I can help you up your bottom line 48+%. And all this is done through comfortable conversations. Reach out. My contact information's all in the chat. The other thing I'd like to do is Mary Stanley, if you guys want to talk to a really great lady, she is a wealth of knowledge. I had the opportunity of a call with her last week. What a great lady. Reach out to her, guys, and talk to her. She's really smart. Thanks.
Thank you, John. And I agree. She's one heck of a lady. Pat Dwyer, followed by Glenda Kroll.
Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Dreyer from Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States, and I show people how to make money. I use the leverage of network marketing and a company called My Daily Choice as that vehicle. And imagine your life better than it is now just by taking 3 simple steps. You can work from home, building your own business, and have the freedom to create a life that you love. And it's really just a lot of people doing a little bit, and that's it. That's really it. And once you learn these skills, you'll never have to work for someone else ever again. And that's why so many of us got into network marketing. So I'm looking for a partner. If that's you, I'll show you how to get started for free and help you get fast results. So I invite you to join us today. You have nothing to lose and really so much to gain. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Pat. Are these 3 skills that hard to understand and implement?
No, it's the hard part is finding the other people to join you. The skills are simple.
The skills are simple, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's the key bit. Thank you.
It's a matter of desire.
Yeah, and determination, persistency, and all those things. Good.
Yeah.
Glenda.
Yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself, and personal development is a big key to everything, but it really works here. Sorry, Glenda.
Okay.
No
Glenda,
problem. You're saying the important things of everything in life, determination, building your skills, mindset. It's all part of life. And thank you so much. That just comes into me. My name is Glenda Kroll, and thank you for joining us today on this incredible platform here that Peter has created for all of us so that we can help you. I help women 40 plus transform their moments of breakdown into brilliance with my proven 3-step method by guiding you to reinvent yourself and build your confidence, your wealth through real estate investing. This transformational journey will empower you to turn your struggles into your strengths, overcome those obstacles that are stopping you from moving forward, and shift from your fears to your freedom and rebuild your life no matter what your challenges will face. Now, I ask you to pick up or click in and book a call with me, because if nothing else, I will provide you with a roadmap, what we can do to start transforming your life and moving it forward. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
thank you, Glenda. And may I say that that's exactly what Glenda does. I've had personal experience of that. And she definitely puts a very clear roadmap in place. And for that, I will be eternally grateful. Thank you, Glenda. Very much indeed. Okay, Brian McNeil, followed by Jetfield.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Brian K. McNeil, and I'm a sales coach. I'm a sales confidence coach because there's so many amazing entrepreneurs that offer services and products that actually do help people, but a lot of them do not earn the money that they could or that they should. And very often the reason why they don't earn that money is they simply do not know how to sell it well, or they're using antiquated methods of selling that used to work and no longer work. And what I do is actually help these amazing people to sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before so they can earn more money. And I do it through my coaching, through my workshops, my talks from my platform, or my books. I've actually published 6 books already. My 7th book is well in the works. It's about halfway done now, maybe more than halfway done. It's called Selling You with Confidence. And I'm really, really excited about this book. It's going to be my first book where my face is actually on the cover of the book. So that's a little bit unnerving as well. I got to find just the right picture where I need to look confident and prepared. So, but close up enough, but not too close. But anyway, but that's my challenge right now. So I'm super excited about this circle. I grow every single time I'm in this room, and I think everyone else does too. So Brian K. McNeil, the Sales Confidence Coach.
And before you finish, Brian K. McNeil, the Sales Confidence Coach, what was the latest presentation you did today? I want other people to hear it.
Okay, yes. Yesterday, I had a chance to meet with some of the city of Charlotte, North Carolina's top movers and shakers. They gather regularly, and they were having events come to the city, and they had been preparing. And yesterday, I got invited to do a talk on how to sell the city and sell events in this city. And this is a group of people that I wanted to impress. And I was able to do that. I knocked it out of the park. My presentation rocked. I was able to get myself into the right state where I could deliver as if God himself was helping me. I performed enthusiastically, and the feedback I got since my presentation was amazing, and they want me to come back regularly. So I was super excited about that. That was yesterday. And tonight, if I could, I'm excited about my webinar tonight. It's a public webinar called Overcoming the Fear of Selling Forever. Overcoming the Fear of Selling Forever. I put my contact information there, but I haven't put links to that yet, but I will. Thank you, Peter.
Please do that
Okay.
because that is a real fear that many people have, Ron, and you know that as well as I do.
Mhm.
Well done indeed. Jeff Veal, followed by Mary Stanley.
Jeff said he had to go somewhere, didn't he?
Oh,
I
He
don't
put it
see
in
him.
his chat. I
Okay,
thought I saw it in the chat.
okay. Mary, over to you, followed by Alan. Can you hear me, Mary Stanley? Are you there?
She may be busy with her kids.
He may be. We'll come back to Mary as well. Let's be flexible here. Okay. Olga, you got your signs ready? Are you ready?
They are always ready, of course, yes.
Yes.
Good
Olga.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of you. It's a pleasure to be here. I think one of the best ways probably to introduce myself, what I do is just to read one of the recent testimonials which I received from a client. It's on Trustpilot, it's publicly available. It says this: Olga is incredible. She really knows how to ask the right questions to unlock deep thinking and uncover things from your past you didn't even realize were affecting your world today. I enjoy our conversations and the work we have done. I feel like such a different person in the best way already with only a few sessions. I can't wait to see what we will uncover next with her guidance. So what I do is I change people's lives. This is what I do. It's all done under the cover of mindset. But of course, nobody ever wakes up thinking, I think I need to work on my mindset. So people come to work with me on different things. It could be money mindset, it could be relationship mindset, it could be issues within their careers. It could be them just not being happy and not feeling fulfilled. But generally, we're going to do really deep mindset work with all my clients. And that's exactly what I speak also when I'm on a stage. It is about the mindset. Again, I don't sell mindset because it's not something people want to buy, right? It's something we've got to work on. And I also do lots of workshops for organizations on mindset as well. Whether it is productivity, performance, or better relationships at work and also in personal life, it is all related to mindset. So if you want to kick off your life and kickstart your life and restart and reshape your life, then working on the mindset is the way how we can do it together. Looking forward to have a chat with somebody who is ready for that.
Thank you, Olga. And I want to say also personally, thank you to you for the time and the expertise, the care and the love and support that you've given. That is very, very special to me. So I've got two beautiful women in this group, Glenda Kroll and Olga, who I just think are just unbelievably supportive and caring. And without you, I couldn't exist. So thank you both very much indeed. Okay, Alan Edwards is my man. You're not going to wait before you get back on the telephone again. Okay, Alan Edwards, followed by Janet Pacelli.
Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Alan from Hampshire in the UK, and I'm the CEO of Alpus Group, and we transform property value. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when you see empty buildings or ones that are partially empty, derelict buildings, we transform the value of those by converting them usually from relatively low value commercial to relatively high value residential purposes. So we solve problems for property owners, no matter what sort of property it is, even if it's an unbuilt on site or if it's a building that needs demolishing. We transform the value of that site, and we also make great returns for investors. And I've put my contact details in the chat if anyone's interested to reach out to me. We operate in the UK and also throughout Europe because we've got a company based in Slovenia which operates in all the EU countries. Cheers, thank you.
I just saw Olga said wowzers. Is that wowzers?
Wow.
You know, in Australia,
Some
wow,
exciting
it's got a
stuff.
completely different meaning. Okay. Thank you very much, Alan. Janet Pacelli, followed by Mary.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Sure can.
Yay! I figured out the buttons. Um, so, hi, I'm Janet Pacelli from St. Augustine, Florida. Have you ever heard of vibrotactile technology?
No. Sounds too complicated for me.
VTT for short. Hey, I hadn't heard of it either until a friend sent me some of these little patches to try. I was in a world of hurt, world of pain. I couldn't sit in a chair. I had some back issues, nerve issues, and these patches, they're like braille for the brain. They have ridges on them, and when they come in contact with your skin, they send a signal to your brain stem and help adjust and rewire and all the neuroplasticity stuff. Well, it works. I've been wearing the technology for over 3 years. So what do they help with? They help with things like immune support. These patches help your blood circulate better, help improve your white blood cell count. Who doesn't need that immune support with all the toxins and the stuff that comes at us daily in our food and air and everything? Just going to go over a couple of patches. We have a focus patch, which helps you deal with, brain issues, remembering why you walked into a room, things like that. Our best-selling patch is a Freedom Pain Patch, which studies reveal within 90 seconds it helped over, I can't remember the percentage of people, but we have pain studies. We actually, our company did a pain patch webinar talk in Turkey, so really proud of that. We are now live in New York City on billboards. So we are coming to a country near you, and if I can help you, reach out. I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you.
Mind you, it's all drug-free.
Drug-free, chemical-free.
And make sure they've got a contact so they can contact you directly, Janet, all right? Can I ask you a leading question?
I
Beg your pardon, go.
Well, I was going to say that I've heard some great results on these as far as the pain part, and they say put it between the pain in your brain, and the pain disappears, and people really believe in it, and it seems to be working for them.
It does work. It's really not hocus pocus. It's really scientifically proven. I just don't know how they work, but they do. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah,
It's witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I'm fascinated to know this.
Hocus pocus.
Not hocus pocus. Janet, do you have a patch that makes people fat?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a patch? I have lost a lot of weight. Okay. Do you have a patch that helps me put weight back on? Not take it off?
Possibly. Our Ignite patch is metabolism support.
Okay.
Usually it works in the opposite to because you burn more calories, but it may, readjust your system.
I think you're looking for Peter's cookies.
With ice cream.
I can tell you about cookies.
Yeah.
And all the desserts and ice cream in the world. Yeah.
Cake.
Cake will do it.
Cake and cookies will do it every time. Pasta.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much indeed for that. Mary Stanley, nice to see you, and followed by Pat Kern.
So I'm Mary Stanley. I am Courage Rising, powered by Nobi. I just partnered with an organization to help other organizations get them to the next level. And so what I do is I work with neurodiversity individuals at families, schools, and professionals, helping with autism, post-trauma, post-war syndrome. One, make the world more inclusive and understanding what it is, but also teaching it's okay to be an individual, even though you have this label. But what I'm here for today is I am the host and producer of Optimize My Life Live Talk Radio. And due to Memorial Weekend and Memorial Day, we are doing a segment all week long on our YouTube channel for Unsung Heroes. We want to hear your stories. And our goal is to bring awareness to the mental health issues and the battles that are lost at home along with overseas, and getting individuals recognized because they may have survived the battlefield doesn't mean they're going to survive at home. And that parents who've lost their children due to the mental health issues should be considered Silver Star parents as well.
That is, that's pretty deep and very important. Thank you very much, Mary. One heck of a service. Unbelievable. Pat Kern, followed by the inevitable Santa Claus. But we'll keep you to last. Pat Kern.
Good morning, one and all. A lot of you don't know who I am. My name is Patrick Kern. Before I go off to Mrs. and Mrs. Santa Claus, happy anniversary, you two. That's pretty cool. Anyway, what I do is I'm a traveler, I'm an adventurer, and I'm an affiliate marketer. And right now I preside in Bellingham, Washington. And by next Sunday, I'll be in Tucson, Arizona. By next Wednesday, I'll be in Mexico on a bicycle. And I will be doing Facebook Lives, and I will try to be here every Wednesday morning like I did on my last adventures. To tell you where I'm at and make sure I'm okay. I'm an affiliate marketer, and I work for this beautiful company that's called a Thematic. And I'm just having so much fun here. I don't sell a lot, but by God, the products are fantastic, and I'm taking them with me. And that's who I am. I'm just I'm an adventurer. I venture out into no man's land where a lot of people don't want to go. I just follow the stars. That's it.
You know, Patrick, you are an adventurer. And Brian McNeil, you might not know this, but Patrick's been all over the place on a push bike, on a bicycle.
10-speed.
Yeah.
He rode from Bellingham, Washington, all the way down here to Florida.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're probably going to live forever.
And took live videos all the way.
And then back up through Phoenix. He stayed with us too.
Oh, wow. On a bicycle.
Okay.
Now that reminds me of the story of the Canadian that biked across Canada to raise money for cancer research. Oh man, the name was escaping me, but I remember the story. He had prosthetic legs too when he did it.
Yeah.
But he ran all the way across Canada.
Wow.
Terry Fox.
That's right, Terry Fox. Terry Fox's run. Yeah.
And every year since even now he's gone, he has passed away, but every single year it is still an official run, and it raises money for cancer. And he was a magnificent human being.
Thank you, Glenda.
May I, on this bicycle journey, I've been across the United States, I think about 6 times now.
Wow.
And a lot of people ask me, do I have a thing I'm doing for it? This year, first time, I got a GoFundMe going on is for veterans. The money I collect on this, it'll be for the veterans, ever who served in any war, because it sucks. It's no good. And most of the money, 75% of the money will go to veterans, and the other little bit of part will help me keep me rolling down the road. Because
I think people want a cause.
Yeah,
We
that's
want
what
a
I'm.
causeless support. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Good. Patrick, put that link in the chat.
Sure.
Okay. Santa Claus, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, everyone. I want to thank you all for the well wishes and everything. It's 19 years of wedded bliss. It's been fantastic. I tell you, the best 19 years of my life. And then to hear that coming from this group, my family, thank you very much. So, the world today is so negative, and there's so much negativity out there. So, what I'm doing to help counteract that is I'm with every step that I take, every breath that I take when I'm out in the world, I spread the spirit of Christmas. And I want to spread the spirit of Christmas every single day. And I want to help people spread that cheer as well. And I want to share that with everyone. So the way I'm doing that is I'm not only in person, but face to face, but via Zoom. So who do you know that would love a visit from Santa to help spread that cheer? So what I do is I'm coordinating visits via Zoom. 15, 20, 30-minute visits, whatever you want, however long it takes, private visits in the comfort of your home. On top of a little visit from me in person, if you would like. Just, hey, every day should be Christmas. Every day is Christmas. I tell you, it's there. You have to look for it. You have to find it. It's here, and it's here. Oh, gosh, you just need to bring it out in every single body. So who do you know that has a youngster, a niece, a nephew, or grandchild that could use a mid-year check-in, or maybe even a birthday greeting, or maybe just a special message from Santa? Oh, I would love very much to see everybody and talk with you one-on-one and help you feel better, feel that Christmas spirit. I work with kids from 1 to 92 and up, because I know there's a whole bunch of you guys out there that are older than 92, and I love you all. Oh, God. So to find out more about this, I've got my contact information in the chat box, and I am so looking forward to spending some time with you and help spread the Christmas cheer. Peter mentioned something earlier, that I am a multipreneur. So what I do, another thing that I do, is that the Lord has given me this voice, and I use it as a voice actor. I have done everything with voice acting, from TV promos to narrating movies and commercials, and I even do podcast intros and outros. And I tell you, using this gift has been giving me the most joy I have ever had. I've been doing it for over a decade and a half. I help those people, the producers of those commercials and the podcasts and everything, help create a more engaging content. So what I do is I love what I do, and it shows in the work that I do. And the one thing I love about what I do is the sheer joy I get from helping others, and by using my voice, this gift. I love sharing gifts. Gifts are meant to be shared. And it brings me the greatest satisfaction. And I don't think I would want it any other way. So I would love to help you. If you would like to use my voice, if you would like to talk to me by using my voice for your podcasts, since podcasting is the biggest thing these days, reach out to me. My contact information is here in the chat box. And oh boy, I tell you, there is nothing more fun than having to help others and get their points out there and helping them spread their word, whatever it may be. So reach out to me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Thank you, Anthony. Let me ask you, have you been on Jeff Beal's podcast yet?
Not yet. I just saw his link, and I'm planning on joining
That'll
him
be
there.
one interesting podcast between the two of you. I can't wait to see it. All right. Before we get on to the topic for the evening, got two apologies. One's from Yvonne Jones. Oh, Patrick Kearns has come back in. And the other one is from Penny Kennedy. Our topic for today, okay, and I'll take you in the order you put your hands up. Are our fears more imaginary than real? Are our fears more imaginary than real? And look at that. Pat Dryer beat John to the punch. I think this is brilliant. All right, Pat
That's
G.
impossible.
Pat, over to you. Are our fears?
Well, thank you. Are fears more imaginary than real? Well, I think our fears are exactly what we think they are. Our fears are stuck between our ears, and they're as real as we want them to be, right? And when you think about it, fear and worry and doubt are all the lies that we tell ourselves that just keep us stuck and uncertain about our future here. So yeah, are they imaginary? Yes. But are they real? Yes. It's just really a negative thought, and we can always change the way we think about something if we want to. Right? Now, some definitions I keep hearing about this, and I think everybody's heard this, is like false evidence appearing real, forget everything and run, face everything and rise. And so, everybody can come up with a few of those things. But yeah, are they imaginary? Yes, but they're as real as we want them to be.
Maybe they're as real as we allow them to be. Well said. Brian, thank you, Pat. Brian McNeil.
I learned a while ago, a long time ago, actually. I don't know where I learned it from, but we're only born with two fears. We're born with the fear of falling down, and we're born with the fear of loud noises. Every other fear is a learned thing. We have to learn to be afraid to touch the hot stove. We have to learn to be afraid to walk out and move traffic. We're learned fears. Now, I love the topic today is, are fears more real or more imagined? The thing is, I believe they are learned and imagined to become real. And some people go through the exhaustive journey of inventing something to be afraid of if they don't feel like they have enough fears. They don't have a real reason to be afraid of that, but they've seen others. For example, often the fear of public speaking is not necessarily because they had a negative experience, but they might have seen someone else. So they adopt fears. As we go through adult life, sometimes we adopt fears or choose to grasp onto fears. But I do believe the good news about that, and we have people in the room that can be helpful, like Olga, we can change our fears. We can let go of them and choose not to adopt them by the way we think about that fear. I know Olga's a mindset professional. That's why I mentioned her name there. But we can choose to just not adopt some fears that we've embraced. Some people embrace the fear of going into business, not because they failed in business enough times, but because they heard of other people. And they can change how they look at that because they can be reminded of all the people that did it successfully. That's just one other thing. But I do believe all fears are learned until they become concrete.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Brian. Wow. Mary, what about you? Are our fears more imaginary than real?
Fears are a little of both. So our subconscious, our brains are designed to protect us. And so that is its only goal. So we tend to develop fears of things that are different or unknown to us. And I'm going to quote my mentor in that fear hates movement. So to overcome fear is taking those little steps, those things that scare us a little bit to overcome. The unfamiliar becomes familiar, so you are overcoming everything. At the same time, veterans and a lot of us who have dealt with traumatic events, fear is triggers for things that we went through that we can't quite put our finger on, because how our subconscious works is it takes pieces of different things and puts it together to fill in gaps. And so the best thing is to slowly integrate or overcome your fears. It's like starting a business. Most business marketers will ask you, what would you be doing if you weren't doing your business? So, they always say it's the fear of success or the fear of failure is why you can't move forward or why you can't build your business. It's the opposite. Because if you already have that plan B of what you're going to do if you don't make it, you already have that set up. So you have that fear of success, of what's going to happen if you actually make it, and having to deal with all the world that you haven't, dealt with before. Does any of that make sense?
Hmm. Yes, it does. Anything else you'd like to say?
I lost it. We're good.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Okay. Glenda.
I'm pretty today. That's it.
That's fine. You did well, Mary. Thank you. Glenda.
So I believe that most of our fears are more imaginary than real. Our minds over-exaggerate potential threats, causing us to participate in the worst case scenario that are likely to actually happen. It's a natural survivor mechanism, but in modern life, it leads us to an unnecessary anxiety and stress. And by acknowledging that many of our fears are rooted in imagination rather than reality, we can better manage them and make a more rational decision. So just like Mary had said, taking something that you're afraid of and just making small steps forward allows you to start to work through your fears instead of jumping into them and moving at a quick speed. So as we progress slowly into it, we start to acknowledge ourselves and allow ourselves to move in the direction that we need to so we can conquer that fear. Thank you.
Well said, Glenda. Well said. And Olga obviously agreed with you 100% as well. Thank you very much indeed. Santa Claus. Imaginary or real?
It's 90% mental, 10% real. And what we do, see, our eyes and our mind work together, and our eyes magnify, and the mind magnifies what the mind sees. So what the eyes see. So if we see something that we're unfamiliar with, and we don't know what's going on, the mind can play that trick of magnifying it bigger and more immense than it actually is. And that causes the unknown to happen, which we're uncomfortable with. In that way, we react to that, and the acronym that I always use is false expectations appearing real, but it's an expectation. We see something, and then our mind takes it and goes 1,000 miles an hour. Okay. And then without actually taking that first baby step, and baby steps are the key for everything. You watch the baby walks, he takes little steps, and then finally, before he knows it, he's conquering. And before you know it, they're running around the house naked, and what you need to do is you need to take those baby steps, but don't run around the house naked. What you need to do is you need to just take baby steps towards the goals that you have. And it's a matter of setting those and having that confidence in yourself to be able to do that. And that's what we're all here for. Help you gain that confidence so that you can take those baby steps, and so that you can make those adjustments that you need to make in order to become the success that you are meant to have. And it's just really and it's magnified. It's like looking at that ant through a magnifying glass. Is it really as bad is that ant really as big as it is in that movie? Where it's attacking the world and taking knocking down buildings and stuff like that? Or is it just really microscopic? That's what the mind does. And we need to acknowledge that. And if we can do that, you're ahead of the game by about 10,000 years.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Santa. Well done. Alan Edwards.
Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I agree with everything that has been said so far. Sometimes the fears are imaginary, but it brought it home to me when I was working in a safety critical environment that sometimes it pays to manage your fears, and working in a safety critical environment does force you to manage those fears, because if you, for example, get a wrong side failure on a railway, the effects can be catastrophic. And so there are lots of systems and processes built into working on and around railways, which have been built up over decades as a result of things going wrong and there being horrendous consequences. So yes, I agree that fear can be imaginary, but sometimes it pays to take notice of your fears and to manage your actions accordingly. Just give you a very simple example. You know, if a railway worker is working on the track side and there's a train coming, he is warned to get off the track. But if he ignores the warning, then the train can bear down on him extremely quickly, and they're extremely quiet, the electric trains. So sometimes it pays to be a little bit fearful, depending on what environment you're in. That's my little bit, for what it's worth.
Interesting analogy. Thank you, Alan. Well done. Careful with those trains. Olga.
Thank you, Peter. Well, I would say that we actually have real fears over imaginary matters. Because if we wouldn't have those fears being real for us, then we wouldn't be afraid for them, right? Or about them. So I personally think these fears are real for us, but they are over imaginary matters. So basically, when we think about what are we afraid of, like literally this morning, I was working with somebody on their professional speaking, the mindset around it. And he said that he doesn't feel like he is good enough to be a professional speaker because he hasn't got a story. Yeah, that's easy to say, I don't have a story, that's why I cannot be a professional speaker. But what actually was his fear? Fear was about being abandoned, not being loved, not being accepted on that stage, right? So he got actual fear, but he didn't realize that fear was about imaginary matter. Because, I mean, do you really have to have a story to be a speaker? No. I know so many amazing, incredible speakers who don't have a story. They have multiple stories, right? But for him, his fear was real. So that's my opinion, that fears are real, but they are over imaginary matters. That's my twist on that.
It's interesting because I am really guilty of feeling some sort of fear about things that haven't even happened yet. Okay.
It's real fear, but it just didn't happen. Yeah.
My daughter is the complete opposite. She said, why worry about it until it happens, Dad, for God's sake, just move on, all right? And she's right, and I'm wrong. But I'm just being totally vulnerable and open with you here. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Olga. Pat Kern. Fears more imaginary than real.
I have to totally agree with Olga on all this. Fear is real. It's you know, when you're riding a bicycle across the United States and here come these semis, you think I'm imagining that coming up. Hell's gonna hurt when that truck hits me. No, you know, everybody said great things, but yeah, to me, fear is real. And we can overcome that fear by keeping a very, very positive attitude in life and shug that fear away, throw it away, put it in the garbage. Because if you keep constantly seeking it, it will overtake you. It always has. So to me, yeah, it's real, but I don't persist on it. I just go what I want to do and keep a very positive and light-minded attitude. You know, the guy up here, what controls our body, he once he gets that fear inside that head of ours, it's hard to get out of it. I've been there, done it, don't like it, and I just throw it in the garbage can anymore. I just get rid of the damn thing. So am I fearless? No. Do I fear things? Oh, hell yes. You know, here for the last, when I figured out my bike trip down south, went, a lot of people told me not to go. And all of a sudden they started to put this fear in my head about what would go wrong. And I had to sit back and really, really get into my head and say, no, no, no. Everything's going to be okay. When it happens, it happens. Don't worry about it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And there's not a darn thing. God, I didn't swear that time. Woo! There's not a darn thing you can do about it. You just got to go with the flow and enjoy the roll.
Yep. Well said. Well said. Okay. Janet, followed by John.
Well, all of these perspectives are true and correct. And Peter, I just want to say, don't say to yourself that you are wrong and that your daughter was right. I just want to throw that in there about what, she told you not to be afraid. Anyway, all the perspectives are absolutely spot on. They're right. There is no black and white. There is no right or wrong answer. I love all of these perspectives. I identify with each and every one of them. I'm reminded of a time when I was going through an extremely stressful situation, and a couple of my family members were trying to give me their fear. Was I afraid? Absolutely. But did my faith in what I was going through overcome that fear? Absolutely. I had to tell them, don't give me your fear because it's not mine. I don't have it. So yeah. Do I think it's real? Absolutely. It's real for you and what you're going through. It's how you handle it and what you do with it. That is the key, and that's what's important.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you to all who shared. They're all very, very true perspectives.
Just for the sake of those who are watching the recording, you will not see this. I just want to, do you mind, Olga, if I quote what you put in the chat? She says, we make it very real. By discovering what is at the core of that fear, we'll make it minuscule and it will go. And this is similar to what Glenda was saying, and it's what Glenda has actually told me face to face, by the way. It is a fear of not being loved or accepted, or is it about being abandoned, or is it about not being good enough? Whatever it is, fear. Typically, those above mentioned deeply rooted fears will drive the real looking fears that you have. Okay. Well said. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Janet, aren't there really only two emotions, fear and love? That's a topic for another day, I think. We could do that. That's good. Yeah, probably true when you think about it. Probably true. John, over to you to finish it up for us, and thank you for being so patient.
Thanks, Peter. I got a complaint. I raised my hand first. This damn thing would leave my hand up, so everybody else got to beat me. Congratulations.
You
Now,
kept clapping, not putting your hand up.
now, the one thing that, especially with what Olga was saying, I don't know about you guys, but Pat was talking earlier about the guy with holding the phone out for 10 feet away from him. When I was in sales in corporate, I was scared shitless about a phone. Oh God, what are they going to say? Was it all in my head? Sure, because you use the phone all day long to talk to people. But when it came time to call somebody, this imaginary fear came up and really screwed with my head. I was fortunate enough, a former client of mine, Dr. Ed Llewellyn, who's no longer with us, a hypnotherapist, I volunteered to be his first Zoom person that worked with for hypnotherapy that wasn't in person, and it worked. Now you pick the phone up and call anybody. What's the most they're going to say? No, hang up, whatever, right? It's not the end of the world. But I'll tell you, we all go through that imagined deal of, what are they going to say? Or I'm interrupting them or blah, blah, blah. You call up a friend, you could be interrupting them anyways, right? What's the difference? There is none. It's all perceived in our head. So, our fears start out imaginary, but we let them grow into reality. And it can really control our lives and everything we do. So thanks to everybody for all the great stuff they shared. It's all true.
Thank you, John.
Thank-
Anyone else got one last
Yeah.
comment before we wrap up?
It's like that old cartoon, the angel on one side and the devil on the other. Which one are you going to listen to
Yep.
on your shoulders? You know, which one are you going to listen to? So that's the last just the last thought there.
True. Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for sharing something which is impacting on a lot of people right now. There are many people who are scared in this world right now, including me, to be quite frank. You know, there are many people who are scared in this world, and because we live in a highly skeptical, uncertain, distrusting world. So I hope the people who are watching this learn some lessons from these people. They shared some real gems. And I want to personally say thank you to each and every one of you, because I listened very, very carefully to what all you said. And there's lessons for me to take on board as well. So until next week, God bless you all, and thank you very much for your help today. Okay, take care.
Thank
Can
you.
you stay on for a
And
minute,
Peter, I've got
Peter, can you stay on for a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, and everyone, you know, Christmas is every day, and there's no fear in Christmas. So everyone, I want you all to say, just say, keep shining, everyone. Keep shining.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Ah, we got the new card. I love it.
Okay.
Keep smiling.
Thank you very much indeed, everybody. See you next week.
Keep
Okay?
shining, everyone.
Good
Keep
luck, Pat. Be
shining.
safe.
Thanks to everyone. Thank you
Big
for
hugs
Big
today.
to you
hugs.
too, Olga. Big hugs to you.